Escape global music. What are you escaping from?
What up, what up, what up? It's your guy, D to the A to the R to the N. Bars. And you're back with another episode of The Bars Report. That's right, my friends, The Bars Report. And today, we're going to be talking about Young Chris, Young Neef, Young Free, Ticket to the Hoop, Beanie Sigel, Petey Crack. Man, we bringing the whole state property over this time on this episode. All this and more today on The Bars Report. So I'm watching the Matt Hoffa show, man, right? Watching Matt Hoffa. And Young Chris is up there. He's the featured guest, right? And I can't believe the story. Yo, you would have thought this was a Drink Champ story. You would have thought everybody was up there hammered. You would have thought everybody was up there smashed. You would have thought the most of the most. You know what I'm saying? Because this story right here, had he not called Freeway, I would not have believed him. So, at the B-Sides concert, right? Hove. Gracious Hove. Decides to bring State Property on stage. He decides to reunite State Property on stage with him. He decides to reunite Rockefeller in its prime time. We're talking Hove, Jay-Z, the Jigga Man. We're talking Memphis Bleak. We're talking Beanie Sigel. We're talking Freeway. We're talking Chris and Neef. We're talking Owen Spark. What we talking about? All of them on stage, back for the first time in a long time. So then what happened? Alright, it's a moment to remember, man. They go down nostalgia. They Jay-Z, for what I remember, he had them all picked up like it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He had the Escalades pick them up, drive them to the airport, drop them off where they was at for the show. Like, let's go. It's time. The boys is feeling the energy. They get on stage, they perform, they blow the roof off the joint. Nobody can believe this. This is an unbelievable moment. And it's in Brooklyn, Jay's hometown. Putting it down. Rockefeller is back. So Young Chris is telling this story. You know what I'm saying? So Matt Hoffa was like, yo, so what happened after that? Like, what happened after the fact? So Chris was like, yo, you wouldn't even believe it, man. Yo, we went backstage, and Hov was like, yo, all y'all go to the studio, drop like 4 to 5 bars, you know what I'm saying? Send it to me. Send it to me. The Rock is in the building. You know what these fools do? These fools partying with Rihanna, partying with the celebrities, never make it to the studio. Never make it to the studio. Let me run it back in case you ain't hear it. Never made it to the studio. Too busy partying. Never made it to the studio, and I ain't heard him since. I ain't heard from none of them since. None of them. I mean, I'm sure they're all out here working. Salute to all them fellas, man. I'm a big fan of State Prop. Big fan of Rockefeller in its heyday. But this was a moment. This was a severe moment missed, man. Going to the Rockefeller breakup. Just going into the Rockefeller breakup, man. How did it happen? Jay, Dame, Biggs. They had movies about it. Of a dynasty. You know what I'm saying? They almost predicted it. The angles were a little wrong, but overall, that's actually how it played out. Gotta be careful what you preach. Gotta practice. You know what I'm saying? Practice what you preach, because and careful what you wish for, because it can come back to haunt you. Then they got sloppy with Gillie the Kid. Beanie Sigel done knocked out Gillie the Kid. And done got all types of sloppy, man. Crazy out here. And that was pretty much the end of Rockefeller. That was the end of it. Rockefeller breakup was crazy, man. Death of a dynasty for real. It's devastating to even talk about it. And then even included in what's going on with Jay-Z and in the other episode I was just talking about. I ain't gonna bring it up here. We're gonna do the Young Chris on this one, because, man, shout out Neef too. I met Neef. Need for stand-up dude. I met all y'all, actually. I met all the state property. You know what I mean? But this moment just flabbergasted me, man. Like Eminem said, you gotta lose yourself. This opportunity only comes once in a lifetime, yo, because then you get to a situation where you're like 50. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I do better when I just focus on myself. Like, why? Like, why? Especially if I throw you a bone and you still don't take it. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Do you think state property would be further today had they have gotten that verse from Jay? Or do you think they was go where they at and that's why they at where they stay? Let me know in the comments, man. But until the next time, it's your guy, D to the A to the R to the N. Boop, 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 boop.
Escape global music. What are you escaping from?